Oil probably takes the longest. When you have basically a full rendered piece, meaning a background, midground, foreground, maybe a couple light sources. For me, on average, it would take something like 3 working months. 3 working months does not necessarily mean that I'll get done in 3 months. It means like the actual days I'll be working on it. So it could be 6 months for until I actually finish it. But on the actual days, it was 3 months. So I had this naive idea that I could do this on a loose canvas without it attached to a frame, and this was a very, very bad mistake. And I recommend no one doing this, because what happened is that I had to, at the end of the day, when it got attached to a frame, I had to get a bit of the art piece like chopped off in some areas. This is an absolute terrible feeling. So, imagine you're spending all this time doing a painting, putting so much details into everything. And then, you have this happen. And it was a really fucking shitty feeling. So, yeah, all that time feels like it was for nothing.
On the bright side, I think at least the basic idea and motivation behind collaborating came from being bored inside during the 2020 lockdown and wanting to do something productive with our time. We got to hang out, even if there were days when we just met up and got zero work done. At least in the middle of a global pandemic, we had something sort of to look forward to on an almost weekly basis. Having each other there, I think, was a motivating factor in being even more productive, like holding each other accountable for painting or for filming it and documenting it at the same time. So yeah, I think if anything, one of the positives that we did get out of it is we got to hang out.
Yeah, I mean, the quarantine absolutely sucked on so many levels. No need to talk about this any further. But I think it was a really good idea for us to meet up. There's nothing like motivation of someone coming over, and having like that kind of good pressure for you to complete stuff before someone comes over. Otherwise, I would feel like a total asshole if I was lazing about and didn't have like a good amount of work done. So yeah, it was good to have you come over. Also, it was good to also like chill out with my neighbors a little bit more. Like my neighbor Jai is actually the protagonist, or like the series of Jai is in this painting. If I go back to like what the intent or meaning of what this painting is, it's basically someone. It's a Shaolin monk, has been lost in this like the swamp, and it's all versions of himself, like negativity pulling him down. And the moral of the story is like only he can get himself out of this situation. And there's like a golden version of him that like leaps out the water, while all the devil versions of himself start to disintegrate. So I guess even during this time where you could like really perhaps like feel like shit or whatever, it's actually good to have like to work on a painting that is actually kind of in my eyes like a motivational poster. So even though that maybe a leg was chopped off or something in the end product or whatever, I'm still accepting this piece because despite everything, it still tells a story, and it's good enough, I reckon. So yeah, let it be.